Hey everyone, welcome to Final Fantasy 15, episode Ardyn, part 1 of I don't know. I had a blasty blast playing this game, or playing this DLC, so I don't know how long this one's gonna be. Ardyn is, I prefer to refer to Ardyn as the crazy wine uncle. But let's go. Ready for them Ardyn feels. Having turned the Empire to shambles and shrouded the world in darkness, Ardyn, erstwhile healer of those who ailed, now sits atop the Lucian throne denied to him by the crystal some 2 millennia ago. So I'm running off the assumption that everybody took my advice in the episode Ignis DLC and watched the episode Ardyn prologue. And if not, when I read Dawn to the Future, we're going to cover episode Ardyn again, like I said before, so, because that got novelized. You just like associating things I love and Final Fantasy with different songs. Mod. Also, everyone give a friendly honk in the chat for Goose. I just did.
Long ago, there lived a man, blessed by the gods and revered by the people as their savior. His name was Ardyn Lucis Kylum. And he was to have served as the first king of Lucis.
Tension between the two countries remains high, with neither nation showing signs of backing down. In other news, a member of the Border Patrol has been reported MIA since sometime before dawn this morning. The missing officer has been identified as 28-year-old Mars Sapientia. Although Officer Sapientia allegedly reported for duty at his appointed time, fellow officers say he disappeared soon after and has not been sighted since. Officer Sapientia is a tall, fair-skinned male, and was last seen wearing his Border Patrol fatigues. Anyone with information on Officer Sapientia's whereabouts are requested to contact the Crown City Police immediately. And now a word from the Public Information Bureau. Today marks the anniversary of the founding of the Kingdom of Lucis. The Founders Day Committee has prepared a number of attractions in honor of this auspicious occasion, including a parade around the Citadel as well as a statue of the Founder King himself. All are welcome and encouraged to participate in today's festivities. This has been a message from the Public Information Bureau.
What about you?
Now, on to the weather.
Shouldn't you be looking for your buddy?
Today in the Crown City, we expect mild and sunny weather with nothing but blue skies.
I'm on
The
special
Borderlands may
assignment.
experience some inclement weather, starting in the evening and continuing throughout the night. That concludes today's news and weather.
Home, sweet home at last.
Welcome to the Founders Day Festival. In a moment, the parade will begin making its way through the city. King Regis is scheduled to participate in the festivities, circling the citadel alongside the statue of the founder king, Somnus Lucis Chiron.
So, this was when Noctis was, I believe, 5 years old. Also, Bavel! Bavel. That was the very first thing I noticed as soon as I took control, and I have a screenshot of it. I was like, ah, Bavel! Other things I've noticed...
So this is the city Somnus built. Built on the back of his own flesh and blood. Just look at them, free of care and unaware of the war beyond their wall.
One thing I've noticed is that this, like, 15... I mean, obviously, I was thinking about this the other day, and I just haven't brought it up, but, like... It gives you... This is pretty scenery to look at. It provides ideas that are ideas and imagery that is also provocative of other Final Fantasy games. Like, if you read the information about the Vesper Pool and the idea that Solheim is... Please don't look at the bumbling homeless man, honey. Perf. But like if you read the information right outside of Staelif Grove, it talks about how they believe that the Vesper Pool in Solheim lowered their dead into the water, and that kind of evokes the image of Aerith and Cloud, like Cloud lowering her into the water, and then just the idea of an old civilization that the gods themselves destroyed also reminds me of the idea of the whole creation of sin story in 10, about how they built up Machina so large and used it to fight such wars that they were punished by the creation of sin, and that they viewed this as like a religious warning. But I mean, those are pretty common themes as well, so I don't think it was done as like an homage to the other games. I think they were just building the society and it just happened to line up. It's like, oh hey, if it provokes the imagery, then good, and if it doesn't, then nobody thinks about it. It's cool. Where we go in Ardyn? Oh, let me be a dick and walk through people.
In order to ensure the safety of all festival goers, we ask that you please follow all staff instructions. Vehicular access will also be limited in some areas around the Citadel for the festival's duration. In addition, traffic will be stopped entirely during the parade. We thank you for your cooperation.
What need is there to worry when brick and mortar blinds them to the suffering outside? Why venture out into the world when you feel so safe within? What a life to live.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting, because in Dawn of the Future they list this as, so Maud's telling me the time frame, she looked it up. This was prior to Noctis being born. It's the same year Ignis was born. Gladio was a year old. In the Dawn of the Future novel, they list it as Noctis being 5 years old when this happens. So, someone got their wires crossed in translation or something like that. Yeah, I wonder why he caused a lot of that suffering. Oh, look. Oh, look. It's the Founder King.
This is the statue of the Founder King? I see the sculptor took quite a few liberties.
So actually, the funny thing about Ardyn's outfit, is I actually just read this. It's like in documents somewhere, or it's in like the original Japanese version or something, that the Empire actually designed it to shield him better from sunlight, because he is still susceptible to being slightly injured during the Scourge. And that's why he doesn't want to stay at the Oracle Havens either, because those will hurt him, obviously. So, yeah, the Empire actually designed his clothes to kind of shield him from sunlight.
So what do you think, son? Not every day you get to see the king's personal bodyguards up close.
They're so cool! I want to be a royal guard someday.
Bullshit, he dug all those out of a dumpster and that's final. I mean, isn't it also fitting that the Empire would dig these out of a dumpster and be like, here, magic clothes?
And that must be the king's castle.
But yeah, I love the fact that he looks like a hobo.
We should. Okay. No, of course. I want absolutely. Yeah. No. That's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, let the fireworks begin!
Okay.
Right, let's go.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Cursed be the waving wings of the gods.
The year is ME 734. Spirits are high in the Crown City as all of Insomnia prepares to celebrate Founders' Day. Yet citizens of the Lucian capital are in for a rude awakening. Ardyn has returned to interrupt their peaceful reverie and wreak havoc upon his former home, first reflecting on the events that brought him here. This was never his home. I don't think. Unless they're implying that where Era was killed and where Somnus betrayed him and everything was where he also established Insomnia, which I never took that as such. Darkness awakens.
Ardyn. Oh, Ardyn. You can't expect me to believe that.
Oh, but I do. You have my word.
Well, in that case... You look exhausted, my love. Are you all right?
I am. The gods bless me with a power and a purpose to cure people of what ails them. I must see their will be done.
Your devotion shall not go unnoticed. The gods will doubtless be watching over you. Just as I shall be watching over you every step of the way. It seems to me the cure for your exhaustion is comprised of two things, one of which is rest.
Oh? And the other?
Is me.
Oh, Era. He's alive. Just as the ancient texts told. Who? Take him away.
Alright, yep. Chat picked up on it quick. Versatile Young does look like a younger Prompto. They obviously did that on purpose.
Don't touch me.
Status report. Everything is fine here.
Roger that. We'll transport the subject to your location.
And we'll have the medical team ready as planned.
What's the situation over there?
Nothing to report. We're just...
Adagium sighted!
Ah, the railguard.
Get it back in the cell, no matter what. We can't let that thing off this island.
Stop. Cease this. Cease this.
At once!
Ardyn enters Overkill when his HP falls to 0. While in this undying state, his attacks deal more damage, but his maximum HP falls every time he takes a hit. When Ardyn's maximum HP falls to 0, the game is over. So he'll return to essentially the Beyond, which is where Noctis had to go to kill him. So yeah, Ardyn in Berserk mode, essentially. Murdering the shit out of glaives. Press circle to attack with your arsenal of royal arms. Hold circle to blitz the enemy with consecutive attacks. Quick note, yes, Arrow is supposed to look exactly like Luna, that is on purpose.
Enough! Enough! Out of my way! Disappear! Enough!
Alright, Shadow Step. This is one of the only DLCs where I'm actually, or one of the only games where I'm actually, like, inclined to dodge just because it looks so fucking cool. I'm like, oh, it looks cool. Excuse you, that was rude. I was having fun. Land 5 successful strikes to perform a finisher and create an opening to demonify the enemy. Press triangle to demonify and harvest their life force.
What sins must I atone?
purge him of the scourge. I bestowed it upon him. Oh, incredible. His power's unbelievable. Hey!
Eminent magic technological expert Versailles Besithia, our old friend, steals away to the umbral isle of Angelgard and absconds with Lucius's darkest secret, Adagium. He escorts his subject back to one of the Empire's Magitech research facilities for further study. Yeah, abscond. I know. It's such a good word. It's one of my mod's favorite words.
Era. Somnus.
Forgive me, brother, but the throne seats only one.
Era! Gods, no!
Ardyn.
Ardyn Azunia, Chief Besithia would like to see you.
So chat's picked up on something else, and I was going to point this out as well. Somnus was modeled with Noctis in mind. So his facial structure looks like Nox. And I was going to point that out too. Chat is on fire today. And the line, "The throne seats only one," the line Noctis says to him. When they're about to face off. And yes, there's a subtle Final Fantasy VIII reference here. Underneath Ardyn's hair is Cypher's emblem from Final Fantasy VIII, and I love Cypher because he and Squall are two sides of the same dickish coin. Oh good, we get to read more from Besithia. Isn't that just what everybody wanted? We're gonna do it though.
Nothing here to interest me.
Haters. Haters. Cypher haters, all of you. Or one of you. Maybe more of you. Archives. Oh, we have a bit here. This enormous stone statue houses the soul of Somnus Lucius Kylum, the founder king of Lucius. Though usually dormant, this effigy will awaken from its slumber should the kingdom fall into peril. No such emergency has arisen in the 2 millennia that Somnus has watched over the kingdom until now. Oh, okay. You're barfing at Versailles. Okay. Yeah, I love Cypher. Era Miris Fleuret. Fiancée to Ardyn and ancestor to House Fleuret, Era was chosen by Bahamut to serve as the first oracle. Blessed with the power to commune with the divine, she traveled the world with her trident in hand, sharing the grace of the gods with mankind wherever she went. She also had to have had a sibling, otherwise Luna wouldn't be here, but we don't know anything about that. You have been abandoned. It's okay. Katie likes to dunk on Cypher, so you guys are in that. Somnus Lucis Kylum, Ardyn's younger brother and the founder king of Lucis. Somnus is the ancestor of the present-day monarch Regis. Fueled by the envy of his brother's blessed abilities, he fanned the flames of revolt by branding Ardyn a monster, ultimately taking the throne for himself, and also literally set people on fire, but okay. Yet historical records tell a vastly different tale, one in which Somnus joined hands with the Oracle to travel the world and dispel the darkness that plagued our star. Instead of being exposed for the usurper he was, Somnus was posthumously dubbed the Mystic for his mesmerizing feats on the field of battle, burning people alive, and immortalized in the form of an enormous statue watching over the crown city. His shield was also Gilgamesh, from Gladio's DLC. The Raksha Blade, a sword that has stayed at Ardyn's side for roughly 2,000 years, flying forth at his command. One half of a pair, the Raksha Blade was forged alongside of the Blade of the Mystic, beloved glaive of Ardyn's younger brother, Somnus Lucius Kylum. Both blades possess different properties, forming a devastatingly destructive arsenal when wielded together. While one can assume both swords were imbued with the hope that the brothers Kylum would rule in tandem, envy and ambition ultimately tore the two apart. Alright, Verstale, what do you want? So, this is Demons on April 9th. I was but a boy when I saw my first demon, a wild canine run afoul of the plasmodia. The fear that should have consumed me was itself engulfed by an intense excitement, much like the dark miasma that spreads across the land and blots out any trace of light or life. Some might deem me a madman, vilifying me for researching a wicked plague that brings naught but death. However, be it the magic technology of old or the demons of our day, understanding that which we fear is a vital step towards enlightenment. Then the next year on March 21st, the Star Scourge. The plague that ravaged our star centuries ago died out for a time, and with it all the knowledge of the monsters it spawned. Yet the discovery of a mutant strain of plasmodia here on our very soil, that ominous word has re-entered our lexicon. Demon. What caused this scourge to resurge? I hypothesize that it began with the rise of our population that began in the latter half of this millennium. While the adoption of magic technology has vastly improved life for citizens across the Empire, the territorial expansion it enabled may also have reactivated plasmodia that remained dormant for many years. If so, then the true spread of the Star Scourge may have only just begun. Ah, Yen. Instead of ascension, Ardyn has dissension. See, they said that about Ignis too, and he could not equip anything but his polearm and the daggers, but alright.
Might as well head out.
Can I kill him? Ardyn runs kind of funny. He has a really weird run cycle. He's not used to his non-hobo garb.
I dare say this outfit wasn't tailor-made.
Well, you weren't... Neither what was really what you were wearing before, buddy.
Not the most enthralling view. Not the most enthralling view.
Okay, no extra comments. Muscle stimulant. Oh, yes. Besithia does love to hear himself fucking talk. 7/21, so 5 years later, January 17th. Adagium. Although I long dismissed it as some foolish fairy tale, the recent discovery of an ancient text tucked away in one of the kingdom's royal tombs has convinced me. Adagium is real. According to the tome, this inhuman entity born of the darkness has lived in the shadows of Angelgard for some 2 millennia. Perhaps the Lucians feared its supposed superhuman strength and potential for destruction. Yet to let such power go untapped would be incredibly wasteful. The military may have scoffed at us researchers for the lack of tangible progress on our Magitech infantry and demonic studies, but if we harvest this immortal monster and harness the secrets it holds, we may indeed laugh last. About that. Basithia, buddy. Taking away my exploration.
Come, have a seat.
Gods above, we thank you for the bounty you have laid before us.
Don't want your food getting cold, do you? Are you enjoying your stay?
No.
You've been asleep for years. Learning to appreciate the waking world will take time. Perhaps I can help enlighten you while we dine.
Hearing that voice come out of Prompto's face is a little weird, or a face very similar to Prompto's. It's very weird.
What is it you want from me, anyhow? What about me interests you so?
You said it yourself, didn't you? You were chosen by the gods. And frankly, with powers like yours, I'd say you're nearly a god in your own right. We need those powers that you possess. With your strength on our side, we could finally put an end to the gruesome war with Lucis. You too must desire the fall of the kingdom that cast you into exile.
My desires are all in the past.
The man who wronged you may have died long ago, but his descendants live on to this day. Surely you must bear them some feelings of ill will.
My feelings are none of your concern.
Cool, Verstale, just...
Come along.
Murder that conversation where it was. So yeah, like I mentioned in episode Prompto, oh right, you can't save until you're at like a camp spot. Hey Bloom, how deep can your voice go? Bet. I figured Ardyn would be more concerned about motive just because, like...
What are you doing? This way.
Oh, shut up, Basithia. Just because he, like I mentioned in episode Prompto, I was like, yeah, about, you know, when he's like, my friend, I'm like, yeah, about how he actually feels about Basithia. He hates him.
This is the fruit of my labor. A small portion of it, that is.
So there's a lot for us to explore here.
I envy you. A human life is too short to truly understand all there is to know about the world. Go on, have a look.
Oh.
Okay, 7:20 on November 12th. The Rock of Ravito. Acting on a tip we received from a friend in the private sector, we have sent an excavatory expedition to the top of the Rock of Ravato. Unlike the immovable Archean at the Disk of Kothis, the body of the Infernian should be unobstructed and ready for transport, assuming our team can reach the peak, that is. Legends say the Infernian bestowed the gift of fire upon mankind in antiquity, and this burning wisdom helped forge the foundation of what became the civilization of Solheim. And now, with the fabled flame within my grasp, I take my first step towards divinity. 'Tis a wondrous day indeed. Yeah, divinity ended up with you as a coffee grinder and getting murdered by your clone that got stolen, so... yeah, divinity. Quote unquote. $7:15 on August 21st. The Draconian. Of all the gods above, least is known about the Draconian. Neither a tutelary deity nor a fixture in written records, the Bladekeeper has left behind nary a trace save for his name. Some legends suggest he selected a king to lead Lucis and bestowed upon the chosen one the fabled ring and the crystal. In my opinion, it all sounds like the type of tall tale the royal family might concoct to justify their hold on power, but perhaps we can explore the matter more in depth by paying a visit to the Lucian's confidants in Tenebrae. Yeah, so a lot of fans had surmised that the Rock of Ravato is where Ifrit had slept, essentially, and they were proven correct in this DLC. October 6th. The team we dispatched to Tailpar Crag has returned with a fascinating report. Their landing craft came under assault by a flying dragon as soon as they entered the valley. Hearing their story, I could not help but recall a passage I once read about the legendary Blade Master, which stated he guarded the Founder King with his glaive in hand and his dragon at his side. This would mean that the creature they encountered has been guarding that gorge for nearly 2 millennia. And if one of those Lucian legends has proven true, then perhaps the kingdom's fairy tales are more than rumors after all. Even the whispers about the Undying. Okay, so we want to hit that one.
Do watch your step, won't you?
Shut up, Basithia. We want to hit that one last. November 27th. The godliness. Next to godliness. Blah, blah, blah. I made a discovery both startling and astounding. The monster known as Adagium is none other than Ardyn Lucius Kylum, older brother to the founder king of Lucius. Words cannot describe the sense of elation that has enveloped me knowing that I was yet able to converse with a creature who has lived for hundreds of years. His powers do not cease to amaze me. Not only can he absorb the demonic miasma into his body, but he can pass the plague onto others as well. He also claims to have gained a glimpse into their psyche when doing so. Relived their memories, so to speak. If this is true, then it would seem that this man has been blessed with both eternal life and unlimited wisdom. He's practically a god in his own right. This is why Ardyn hates you. Just by the way. Bro. Oh, but it's green. It says I can go. Okay, before we go poking at anything, there is a save area. Yeah, unlike the other DLCs, I really didn't do a lot of, saving. It's pretty linear. December 9th. Combating Lucian magic. The Lucian soldiers' reliance on their monarch's magic is nothing new, nor do I expect the armed forces to switch up their strategy in the near future. It thus stands to reason that we ought to devise a plan to inhibit their abilities by whatever means necessary. I've given much thought to the idea of suppressing the Lucian's magic, and while it will be some time until we have a working prototype, I believe we should have a fully functioning jamming device added to our Magitech arsenal before long. Further combat data would certainly help speed along the development process, especially data related to the Divine. What a thrill it would be to take down a god using the form of one of their helpers. Love your delusions of grandeur, buddy. Ah, the cosmogony.
At center, we see what I presume to be Lucian warriors and the kings of yore. I've learned a great deal about the first king of Lucis, but I never knew he was second in line. It seems to depict a legend in which the chosen king dispels the darkness. If that's true, does that mean Lucis intends to someday stand above all others? Their trifling tales mean nothing in the face of our superior technology. Only we can restore balance to our world.
Ah, yeah, I forgot it lights up the different parts. Interestingly, I do have to wonder if the trident in hand, you know, with the oracle and all that, and banishing the darkness, if that was merely just him sealing Ardyn away, and that was the true quote-unquote banishing of the darkness. Probably.
At the top of the painting, we see the Oracle herself. The bloodline of the Oracle is one of the oldest in Eos, originating with Eromirus Flore. Only they possess the power to commune with the gods. This painting depicts the Oracle as some goddess of light herself. She'd doubtless prove a powerful ally if she could be persuaded.
Yeah, if you want to get Ardyn to do anything for you, don't talk about his dead ex-fiancé like that. Or just dead fiancé.
On the sides of the frame, we see the Hexathian. Conspicuously absent is the traitorous god of fire who started the Great War of old. Perhaps developing a deeper understanding of the demons will bring us closer to comprehending their divine counterparts. But what if I were to find a way to combine those two disparate elements?
Well, I see Rama. There's Levi snaking her way up. Shiva. I guess Bahamut. And then I guess another interpretation, that interpretation of Levi hanging off of her, or hanging off of him? Titan isn't in there at all. Oh, no, he's in the background there. I see him.
By my estimation, the grotesque creatures depicted here are likely demons. Could this mean these monsters will be harbingers of the apocalypse? If only we could find a way to harness their power for ourselves.
The line of Lucis was chosen to eradicate evil from Eos. And with the Divine on their side, how could they fail?
Okay. It was May 2nd. Hopefully this is the last of him rambling. The messengers. While few written records referencing the divine host of messengers remain, our excavatory expedition to the Tailpark Crag has uncovered some interesting information via word of mouth while investigating the surrounding area. Based on what we've heard, the demigods fought alongside the deities they served in the War of the Astrals, with the followers of the traitorous Infernian being all from erased from the annals of history after suffering defeat at the hands of the other gods. Little else is known about the messengers, but I'm determined to discover more about these fascinating creatures. Well, 2 of them are dogs. And they will bite you. They're good puppers.
This is our world?
It has been estimated that Eos came into existence some 4.5 billion years ago. Ancient myths tell tales of 6 protector gods who first alighted upon Eos in the ancient Solheim era. Fossils thought to be remains of the oldest members of the human race were discovered in the Vistala region.
Somewhere we could never visit.
Some claim that humans discovered fire in the Sukarp region even before the dawn of the Solheim civilization. According to legend, the fire god Ifrit first bestowed his burning wisdom upon a man who later sat the throne of Solheim. The mechanized civilization of Solheim is presumed to have originated in the Diskai and Klang regions. Exactly when the civilization rose and fell, however, remains the subject of much investigation. The enormous crevasse separating the regions of Klang and Duskai is known as Telpar Crag. It is here that the War of the Astrals is said to have taken place. When Ifrit tried to reduce mankind to ash, the other gods fought back, and some claim this clash caused the collapse of Solheim. It is said that Ifrit, having lost the War of the Astrals, was interred atop the Rock of Ravito. After the war, the ice goddess Shiva allegedly sank into a deep slumber, nestled in the Goravas rift of Volúp. To this day, no one knows what became of the blade god, Bahamut.
Such a weird way to say Bahamut's name.
The earth god Titan can be seen supporting the meteor at the heart of the disk of Kothis in Duskai. As for the storm god Rama, legend has it he sealed himself away within Fosha Hollow in Duskai. The sea goddess Leviathan disappeared in the wake of the war. Some say she swam below the waves and slumbers beneath the city of Altisha.
And generally doesn't give a shit about anything.
Some 2,000 years ago, the gods granted Somnus Lucis Kylum 2 gifts. The sacred stone and ring. With these in hand, he founded the kingdom of Lucis. In the centuries since, Lucis has managed to expand its territory while struggling to suppress a parasitic plague. As of ME 722, Mor's Lucis Kylum sits the throne as the 112th monarch of his line. Regis Lucis Kylum is King Mor's firstborn son, and first in line to succeed his father.
I love how in this museum, Besithia's like, make a painting of the king and make him look as sexy as possible. I'm like, Besithia?
Angelgard, off the coast of Golden Key, is an uninhabited island that Lucians regard as sacred ground. Ancient texts tell of a monster known as Adagium supposedly sealed away within, but investigations into its existence have yet to provide conclusive evidence. Soon after the establishment of the Kingdom of Lucis, House Fulare founded the nation of Tenebrae. The empire began its occupation of Tenebrae in ME 359, a move that was initially met with much apprehension. In order to assuage the dissenters, the empire preserved the oracle's home of Fenestala Manor. This concession was partially made for political purposes. House Fleuret enjoys close ties with the line of Lucis.
I would have loved to have actually, like, explored Tenebrae itself. It's like the floating rocks and everything. I'm like, yes.
The Accordo Protectorate has developed into a bustling league of towns at the heart of maritime trade. In ME 606, the Empire won an important battle against the allied forces of Lucis and Accordo, and in turn, annexed the Protectorate. The country is steeped in traditions and cultures that are incompatible with imperial rule, so the Empire has permitted it a measure of relative political autonomy. Centuries after the founding of Lucis, a movement to revive the lost civilization of Solheim arose around the Weltham region. Leading the charge was House Aldercat, whose brave deeds brought about the rise of the Niflheim Empire. The Empire built upon Solheim's magic technology and employed it for military use. This new firepower helped the Empire fell its foes, taking Tenebrae in ME-359 and Accordo in ME-606. As of ME-722, under the direction of Emperor Aedalus Aldercat, the Empire is developing new arms fusing magitech with demons.
Because that's legit. Also, quite a literal interpretation of the actual realm of Niflheim.
Vestiges of the ancient Solheim civilization can still be seen in the ruins of Pious and Steeleth Grove. Several ancient structures also dot the forest of the Fall Grove that encircles Castlemark Tower. Excavation of these various sites is currently underway.
I hate 2 of those 3 places.
In ME-501, during an expedition in the Ulwat region, the Imperial Army discovered a new species known as demons.
But what if you just beat-booped everything in here, Ardyn? Like, what is stopping you? Other than indifference, I guess. We'll leave those demons alone for a sec.
Demons were first officially recognized as a new species roughly 200 years ago. According to ancient texts, however, humans have suffered from a parasitic plague wrought by the demons for upward of 2 millennia. Demonification is caused by a mutant strain of plasmodia that takes root in living creatures and changes their cellular structures. Infected creatures begin to disperse miasmal particles, the spread of which is known as the Star Scourge. This model is a replica made from plaster poured into a demon-shaped cavity discovered deep underground. Demons sublimate when their vital functions cease, so this particular specimen must have vaporized after the mud around it had already solidified. Scientists believed this subject burrowed into the earth in order to shield itself from the light of the sun.
Alright, let's go look at the Snagas or whatever is over there. I mean, sure.
Given the demon's aversion to light, they typically stick to the shadows until the sun fades and the night falls. Adagium, however, is different. Unlike his demon brethren, he can still function uninhibited in broad daylight. Of course, the ultraviolet rays harm him, much like they would any other demon. Yet his cells regenerate quickly enough to essentially negate the damage.
Yeah. It stings. Ah, like the light of the sun. Perhaps I'd best cover up.
Adagium. That is what the Lucians call the monster they imprisoned for 2,000 long years. His powers surpass those of any mortal, and his body is all but impervious to attack. It's no wonder the Founder King sealed him away on the Isle of Angel Guard. He undoubtedly feared this monster might challenge his reign.
Yeah, something like that.
It seems fortune smiles upon me. Though the Lucians kept him locked away for 2,000 years, I've managed to secure Adagium for myself. The raging winds and stormy seas may have cast all others away, but the waves parted for me that day and led the way. While I've yet to conduct any official research, the potential he proved in combat was most promising. I estimate his powers easily surpass anything mankind has ever seen. Perhaps this streak of luck has just begun.
Yeah, so Rama was allowing this to happen. Rama let Basithia onto Angel Guard.
Fascinating, isn't it? I pored over the ancient texts and found scarcely a mention of you. I barely believed you existed till I saw you with my own eyes. With your help, my research is proceeding smoothly. You have my thanks.
He was allowing the prophecy to be fulfilled. Ardyn had to be awoken. That's why Rama let it happen. Ardyn had to be awoken for the prophecy to continue.
This must be how the gods feel looking down upon our world. Here we have a model of imperial territory. It includes our present lands as well as our future acquisitions. Feel free to have a look.
Already did. Well, they don't give a shit. I agree, fuck the prophecy, but they don't give a shit.
There's something you should see. Come with me.
They only give a shit in one particular instance in Dawn of the
something
Future.
most interesting on the Rock of Ravito. If my experiment on this specimen succeeds, it might provide the information you've been looking for. This way.
I will say there's a choice at the end, and I'm not going to choose what I chose last time, because the choice I didn't choose was actually the canonical one, so I'm going to choose the canonical option.
Is that?
Ifrit the Infernian.
You subjugated a god and brought him here?
He was sound asleep, just like the legends said he'd be, so we put him on ice. Do you think you could turn him
into a demon?
If you managed to demonify a deity, you could learn truths no mere mortal could ever dream of knowing. You'll access 2,000 years of his memories, and if you can control him, he'll be a weapon of supreme power. It's certainly an enticing offer, isn't it? Just think you could exact sweet revenge through divine retribution.
How do you know what I want?
I don't, but I know you have no other options. Well, shall we?
Okay, but do
Come
I
see
have
the
to?
fruits of my Magitech research. This way. The ancient civilization of Solheim, forefathers of our magic technology, once flourished on this land. Had they not incurred the wrath of the gods, they may have remained prosperous to this day.
And you wish to restore them to greatness?
To surpass them, which is why I need you to lend me your strength. But I'm certain magic technology and demons are the keys to unlocking the door to a new future. Lucians? But how?
Kunmi Squad, Adagium sighted. Initiating
Requesting
engagement.
backup from Nimbus Squad.
Shutting down communications until all clear.
So, you've come to kill me, have you?
Or die trying.
Just as you would kill me for the right to say, satisfaction in my actions. So I may be gone, my victims are gone upon the sight
This way!
a kingdom you can no longer call your own. When you were lost to I was busy visiting kingdoms.
So, Ardyn's gone a little crazy.
Out of my way! Visit me!
You monster!
Demonify enemies to fill the Phantasm bar and conjure spectral arms to increase your attack power.
Perhaps you ought to sleep away your sadness.
Out of my way!
That girl proved your undoing, you know. I hope you know it's your fault, Ardyn.
How do you like this?
Take this!
The wand of the darkness for all time.
Missed me.
Let me turn you into demon food.
You were too caught up in your idealization. Will you realize that all this good to the
Enough! Blast! He's alive. Must stop him before he destroys everything.
LOL, I fucked up. Hold R1 and press triangle when the phantasm bar is full to reflect royal retribution on your enemies.
Out of my way!
Here goes!
Hey, I don't want to target it for it. There we go. Not yet.
So this is it.
Here goes!
Oh, Infernian, grant me the power to take Somnus, his people, and his cursed kingdom, and burn them all to the ground! No! I was the one chosen to be king?
Ardyn.
Era.
Father.
defied the will of the gods and revealed to Somnus you had been chosen to be king. I never dreamt he would try to kill you.
But he did. Somnus fooled everyone so he could usurp the throne. Everything that happened, it's all his fault.
No! Listen to me. It's my fault. I'm the one who ruined your future. This was divine retribution for my sins.
You've no sins to atone for. Gods! Answer me! Why have you burdened us with this fate? Hera! Oh no! Hera! Please!
In the names of the gods above, fulfill your calling, Ardyn, and punish me for my sins!
Hera.
Kill me!
That's right. Kill her. Put that monster out of its misery, just like I did.
I can't. My calling is to save lives.
Just like you saved that innocent man by turning him into a demon.
Please, Ardyn. You must live.
I can't. Not without you.
Come. Why not give the lady what she wants?
Fuck you, Somnus. Fuck you, Somnus. You literally can't win that.
Once again, you've failed to save her. No surprise. A monster can do naught but destroy.
I'll never forgive you, Somnus. This monster may not be able to destroy you, but I'll see to it that I destroy everything you built. Hear me, gods above. No longer shall I supplicate you for pardon. No longer shall I sojourn toward the light. Nay, the path I intend to tread is paved with blood and darkness. No longer shall I seek your guidance. This path is mine to tread alone.
The Empire's demonic experiments bore fruit before long, precipitating the production of a Magitech infantry. As recognition for his contribution to this research, Ardyn Azunia was inaugurated as Imperial Chancellor. Thanks to its newfound firepower, Niflheim managed to break the stalemate that shackled the nation for more than 100 years, and, in turn, forced Lucis to scale back its magical barrier. The untimely passing of King Mors ushered in the era of a new monarch, and the young Regis Lucis Kylum succeeded the throne. Meanwhile, Ardyn began to spread the Star Scourge throughout the world, stealing people's memories and learning as much about the kingdom as he could. In time, those memories began to merge with his own, gradually transforming him into a wicked echo of his former self. And now, at long last, the time for his revenge has come.
Yeah, there is a fun fact. If you use a modded controller, you can win against Somnus. You have to use a modded controller, but the game has Somnus kill era instead. So, yeah, like you technically with a regular controller can't win it. If you have a modded one, you can win it, but the game still has the built-in feature that locks in the era death. Betrayed by his brother and bereft of his beloved, Ardyn is burdened with the blessing of eternal life. His feelings of enmity towards the line of Lucius grow greater with each passing day as darkness continues to consume his body and soul. The book does a much better job chronicling kind of the descent a little bit more, because it seems very sudden with that cutscene. The book does a better job of, like, chronicling Ardyn's kind of descent into madness. It's a little bit more. They give you a little more flashbacks and more memories of how Ardyn loved a brother that wanted him dead.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Greetings, people of the Kingdom of Lucis. Do forgive me for interrupting the festivities, but I must tell you, this day of rapturous revelry shall be your last. Call it divine retribution. False kings and fraudulent nations are fated to perish.
Who is he? We've yet to ID him.
If you wish, but know that your fight against fate is a foolish and futile one.
Whoever he is, it's clear he wishes us harm. You stay here. I am going to put a stop to this madman.
Regis with a very pregnant wife. I believe. No, this is the year Ignis was born, so Alia's not pregnant yet. She will be soon.
Attention all units, this is your captain speaking. Code Red, I repeat, Code Red. Follow your commander's orders and get the situation under control.
Every road clear as day. The wonders of technology.
Clara's hearing. Clara's spotted / heard. Also spotted, technically. If you watch the little funeral procession.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Have you identified the creature? Not yet, but we believe it to be demonic in nature. A demon. But how could it possibly withstand the daylight? For now, help the citizens evacuate. The Vanguard will take care of the giant. Absolutely, sir. The Crown's Guard is almost wiped out, sir. Target is still on the move. Special forces are on the way. Try to hold out until they arrive.
This is very Sonic core music. I'm not complaining. Fun. Yeah, welcome to Prototype with Swords.
You can kill me? I'd love to see you try. Next.
Engaging the target. So strong. Sending backup. Don't let him get away.
This is going to hurt.
I have most of the trophies for episode Ardyn. I had a stupid fun time with this DLC. Hold L1 and press the D-pad when your bar is full to make Ifrit perform a powerful technique. Ifrit will temporarily fight alongside Ardyn, issue another command to resummon him into the fray. Alright. Let me do it, and I will.
I pray you won't disappoint. Scared.
Next. Currently engaging the target. Sir, I don't think he's one of us. Then what the hell is he?
Pious, you're lucky you lived past this. But yeah, if you watched the funeral procession, you did get to see Claris right behind Regis carrying the coffin.
Stay back!
You'll pay for
that. Here goes!
Such power. Sir, we've identified the giant. It's the Infernian. Ifrit's the Infernian. An Astral? Yes, sir. One of our officers seems to be controlling the Infernian, but we can't get an ID on him. What? Find out who he is at once.
Don't hold back now.
There seems to be some kind of disturbance. What's going on?
Why, whatever do you mean?
Now I need you to locate and destroy the devices amplifying the wall.
As you wish. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Now where in the world might those dastardly devices be?
Disable a wall amplifier to seize control of the surrounding area. Check the map to view the location of the amplifiers. Also, hat shop! Wall amplifiers also strengthen the royal guards stationed around them. Disable the amplifiers to weaken the enemy's defensive capabilities. There's a save point. And there's a save point.
I've marked the location of all the devices they're using to amplify the wall. They seem to be positioned on rooftops around the city. Find them and destroy them.
With pleasure. I'll be sure to keep you abreast of my progress. No rest for the wicked.
Press L2 to perform a phantasmal leap and quickly point warp to a marked location. No, I want to... Okay. Yeah, he scourges around. Okay, let me access Dissension though. One of the trophies was max out the Dissension tree, and I was like, yes, that's not only fun but very easy. Let's see. Press X after jumping to leap again in midair, so a double jump. Firaga, Meteor Strike. These are for Ifrit. Flames of Rage. Power up. Increase your maximum HP and AP. Yes, please. Yes, please. I usually focus on HP first. And I'll do a double jump. And I think that's all I can do right now. Yeah. Okay, but like... Yeah, he doesn't take fall damage either, which is really nice. No, we're gonna rest. God damn it. Oh yeah, you can also, you just get like, I think you just get points for,
That's going to be hard to
yeah,
fail.
just destroying shit around Founders Day. Literally, you get points for property, like just being a vandal. God, I just have this stupid amount of fun with this DLC. It's just like, vandalize everything. Hang on, guys. I'm just busy wrecking this shit. Just let me have this. Ah, Ground Guard, hello.
Well, I suppose I'll just have to kill you all at once. My I must say, I expected more from you. Pathetic.
Where's your head?
It doesn't have a head, Ardyn. It's a flagpole. Seriously, though, what else can I fuck up?
Perhaps I'll take the high road.
Yeah, he's full of terrible puns, and this DLC is just fun. Excuse me, I see more shit to wreck.
Over here. Where's your head? Over here.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, you can't target the statue of Somnus? That sucks.
How tragically weak.
Oh, you can. I was gonna be like, come on.
Over here.
Also, for a fun fact, KupoCon, the virtual KupoCon, Ray Chase was announced today to be attending, and Darren DePaul is also attending.
How lucky you are to know the sweet release of death.
I only have 13 AP. I need more shit to vandalize.
Look sharp! Oh dear, did I do that?
Darren DePaul had a blast doing this. Holy crap.
Where's your head?
No, Ardyn. Not the bike. Yes, I am going to continue to destroy everything Founders Day I can. Ooh, shiny.
Over here.
Pathetic.
Oh, hey guys. I'm vandalizing your city. What's up?
This is going to hurt. Your time has come. That was thoroughly disappointing. Oh dear, did I do that?
Where's your head?
I just have fun destroying everything. Also, taking my sweet-ass time because I know it's gonna piss off Pacifica. Goals. That's a big one to smash. Is he? Is that the new role he was going to announce?
Oh dear, did I do that?
Good for him. He was super excited about it. I'm excited to hear more Ray Chase. He's very talented.
That's going to be hard to fix.
Yeah, as he should be. Near Replicant comes out on my birthday, so I'm excited. I already have it pre-ordered. Oh, you're still here.
Enjoy. This is going to hurt. I must say, I expected more from... Oh dear, did I do that?
There's that balloon. Oh.
Perish! Kaboom!
Yeah, I will never not take an opportunity to blow up a car.
Going up. Perish! Where's your head? Perish! Look sharp!
Oh no!
Over here!
Get your charger!
Dear. Did I do that?
Goose, get your charger. Alright, I suppose I'll start taking the wall barriers down. Yes. I gather.
Target acquired, commencing elimination.
Where's your head?
Take this!
Not bad. Is this truly the best Lucius can muster? Enjoy. Now! Perish! Oh dear, you look like you've seen a ghost.
And more maple bread.
Begin the attack.
I swore to vanquish all who would besmirch the sacred course.
The fierce.
All trespassers shall be eliminated.
Oh dear. The kingdom's defense budget is surely nothing to scoff at.
Shadow step behind enemies and attack to blindside them. Successful blindside strikes leave foes vulnerable to demonification. Blindside strikes cannot be performed while in an undying state.
Let's get this over with, shall we? How's that? You who are freed. All hail the Almighty! Over here! It's Seems they've another line of defense waiting to deploy.
Ah, yes, the Pious says that bullshit barrier.
Where's your head?
Nom nom. Items and hat shops. Hat shops. Yep. Hat shop. Hat shop. Hat shop. Hat shop.
One device down.
It doesn't seem to have had any effect just yet. Keep going for now.
Earn AP by demonifying enemies, then uses AP to activate nodes on the demon sphere to acquire new abilities to aid you on your quest. Yep. What do you think I've been doing? We'll give Ifrit a new attack for helping us out. Absorb more particles when demonifying an enemy. Recover MP. Rising Phantom. Receive items.
Sir, one of the wall amplifiers has been destroyed. But why would he target them? Is this a NIF attack? We haven't sighted any Imperial soldiers inside or outside the wall, sir. Then they must have sent him to do their dirty work. Stop him at once, sir!
I'm gonna go get treasure.
Perish!
My god, Aloe, ever since you said Sonic Core, I can't get that out of my head. It's so Sonic Core and I love it. Royal Guards may assault you without warning while moving about insomnia. Time your button press with the on-screen prompt to gain the upper hand. Yum yum
How
yum.
tragically weak you are.
Hats. I need things to sell money for hats. But it's his most Sonic sounding song yet. It's so good. There we go. Oh, there's a Crown's Guard ID. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up?
Perish!
Can't say you didn't try.
Look, this is what happens when you get between me and my shit. Ah, I see it. I see it. I see it.
They're causing quite a stir down there.
Yeah, they are. Up. Ardyn, up. Okay, or the hat shop. Hats! I was so delighted. So, Ardyn doesn't need any potions or anything because it's bad for him, I think. I'll keep them. But it said to sell. Okay. Buy a goblin's cap, a safety helmet, The top hat! No, I need the top hat. Okay. I literally pretty much played the entire game last time with the top hat on. Ah, it's just to check out what attacks Ifrit has. So, a hunter's cap. A 10-gallon hat. I went through it with top hat Ardyn, and I loved it. A goblin's cap. A safety helmet. He's gonna run around like a Victorian newspaper boy for now. Because it amuses me, and I didn't do that last time. All I can see. Hostiles. Really? Come on. Get me up. Oh yeah. What's up, guys?
Over here.
How lucky you are to know this.
Sweet release of death. That's not what I wanted. Dissension, how we doing? We have 10 AP. Okay.
Release of death.
Oh, I got both at once. Nice.
Keep on. Pathetic. Oh, too bad.
Yeah, nice try.
Over here.
So many
Dear,
balloons to pop.
Did I do that?
Trying to see if there's any like other references. If there are, they're lost on me. Almost as many balloons as that damn Spyro roller coaster. Oh, who see me? Hello. Claris, you're lucky that you, again, you lived this. I'm just like... Damn, dude.
That was thoroughly disappointing.
It was. I wanted to demonify them. Nope.
Over here! Oh dear, did I do that?
Ooh. Yeah.
Perish! Well, better luck next time, I suppose.
How tragically weak you are.
Yeah, let's take a rest. Let's send our newspaper cap. I like how it goes from like jazzy piano music immediately back to this song.
I'll take the high road.
Pavel! Pavel! Oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
Over here!
That's going to be hard to fix.
There's a hat shop up here! Get the straw hat. Ardyn will have all of the hats. I don't know if there's an achievement for it or not, I just like buying Ardyn hats.
Oh dear, did I do that?
Ebony? Oh, I missed Ebony. Ignis is being born. Or Ignis is born this year somewhere, and his favorite coffee is around. Why have no Crown Guards shown up? That's a little weird. Oh, it was next to him on the bench.
Perish!
Prepare yourself.
How's that? In times of crisis, they call upon the kings of yore to come to their aid. Bless their souls. If they someday rule the world, perhaps they'll see that long-lost brother of mine.
So, now we know why Ardyn's actually here.
I pray you won't disappoint.
Ah, he threw up a barrier.
Praise be to the gods above! Over here!
No, I'm not saying that Ardyn is Ignis's dad. What? A vending machine. Oh, there are hostels down there. All right.
Things are going swimmingly.
Wonderful. Here's hoping you can continue unimpeded. He's going after the wall amplifier, sir. He took out another one? I'll station reinforcements around the amplifiers. Sir.
I live for the irritation in Bathithia's voice. As Ardyn's just like having the time of his life. Just find it ironic that Ebony, addressing your question, I find it ironic that Ebony has been around for so damn long, and Ignis has such an obsession with it. It's very funny.
Disappointing.
Maybe to you, but I'm having fun, Ardyn. You can't tell me you're not. You still have a dumb jog, though. Is your shiny? Where's the shiny? It's further up. It is, in fact, right here. Yes. Good. Oh, hello. Rude. Unfamiliar bill. Probably Lucian currency. What is with the vending machine, though? I don't remember. Ah, okay, it does let you buy stuff. I'll buy 1 elixir, but I'm okay with what I have now. I want money for hats. I have priorities. Yeah, I like how it's in yen too, implying that it's the— oh yeah, there is the ebony right next to him on the bench. I like that it's in yen too, implying that that was the old currency of Ardyn's time. Like, that's how he sees it. Well, Lucian's actually— it might actually be the Lucian currency, because, remember, Noctis was confused at the idea of, Gil, so it might be Insomnian currency. Ardyn does need his caffeine. Look, even angry, crazy immortals need caffeine.
How's that? Enjoy. How's that? How's that?
Well, I wanted to
say you didn't try.
demonify both of you, but... Shiny?
How tragically weak you are.
Free AP for me. Balloons.
Look sharp. Pathetic.
Shiny. I missed a couple back here. I'll go wipe these guys out first, though. Free AP.
This is going to hurt. Oh!
You poked me!
It's over!
I like how...
You often know the sweet release of death.
I like how this DLC's gameplay is less how can we make this challenging, and more, how can we just let people have fun because you play as an OP asshole? Because that's absolutely what it is.
Ooh, so close. I must say, I expected more from you. Where's your head?
That's going to be hard to fix.
Look sharp.
I see more shit to wreck.
Over here.
Pathetic.
Okay. I want up. There are shinies near my previous hat shop.
Get ready. How's that? Enjoy.
So yeah, you guys can easily see how I spent 6 hours doing this.
That was thoroughly disappointing.
It's very fun. No more shinies. Well, what are you trying to hit, buddy?
Going up. Keep up. Oh dear, did I do that?
Okay, yeah, here are some of the glaives. I was like, why the hell didn't they show up at the other one?
Enjoy. Think you can kill me? I'd love to see you try. Not even close.
I would have preferred to demonify him, but alright. Ah, I am. I knew this would happen. I'm having so much fun. And my mod's like Danny or pastime. So after this, I'll find the save spot.
Over here. Begin the attack. Is this truly the best Lucis can muster? Here goes.
Ah, we've got the rogue.
I have sworn to vanquish all who would besmirch this sacred place. All trespassers shall be eliminated.
I'm sorry, rogue. I love you.
All hail the Almighty!
Didn't do much to the rogue.
The king must be in his castle. Never fear, Your Majesty. I'm on my way.
Ah, yes, she likes to teleport. Her statues can actually be kind of hard to beat.
Over here.
Because she loves her warping teleporting. Okay, Ardyn can use potions.
Must stop you.
Where'd you go? Ma'am. Oh, so many shinies. Okay. I will leave you guys here. Go pick up some shinies. Buy some hats. But I will not continue destroying shit until, like, I won't continue with destroying the wall amplifiers until next time. But I'll go pick up shinies and everything. So hopefully I can at least get this down to maybe 2 episodes instead of 3. But thank you guys for joining me for episode Ardyn, part 1. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. In the meantime, I'm gonna go hat shopping. See you guys later, and take it easy.